The Yard, June 2025. Behind every vessel delivered from Asia's great shipyards lies a chain of decisions, negotiations, material flows, and strategic pivots that shape the global energy economy. In this month's edition of The Yard, we dive into that chain, not as passive observers, but as investigators uncovering the signals that matter. Because shipbuilding isn't slowing down, it's mutating. Changing course in response to inflation, carbon rules, war risk premiums, and geopolitical fragmentation. And what's being built today will define what sails, what earns, and what fails in the next 25 years. So what's happening right now? Let's start with steel. The cost of hot-rolled coil, the lifeblood of every hull, is once again moving unpredictably. Chinese and Korean prices are diverging. Chinese suppliers remain lower cost, but Korean procurement managers are hedging their risk by sourcing more domestically, despite the uptick in domestic pricing. The reason? Trade tensions, port disruptions, and long-haul uncertainty from sanctioned or grey market cargoes. In short, Korean yards are paying more for certainty, and that tells us one thing: scheduled delivery is now worth more than spot savings. On the order book front, VLCCs are roaring back, particularly with dual-fuel capability. Korean yards have picked up high-profile orders from Qatar and Japanese trading houses. Methanol continues to lead alternative fuel selection, but ammonia-ready designs are inching closer. The push from liner companies and major oil-linked players to lock in next-gen tonnage before carbon rules tighten further is real, and it's driving both design innovation and pricing pressure. Container ship new builds have cooled slightly, but retrofits are heating up. Several yards are now actively pitching standardized retrofit packages for methanol dual-fuel upgrades, including engine module swaps, tank installations, and coating systems, all designed for quick dock turnarounds. We're seeing a convergence. The lines between shipbuilding and ship modification are blurring. But the real movement? It's in LNG. Hanwha, Samsung, and Hyundai all continue to dominate LNG carrier production. But now China's big three, Hudong Zhonghua, Jiangnan, and DSIC, are catching up with new orders, mostly state-backed. Korean yards maintain a clear technical edge, especially in membrane containment systems and boil-off reduction technology. But China is closing the lead. They're offering favourable financing, government insurance schemes, and political alignment with global South buyers. Still, one thing stands: Korean yards deliver fast, they deliver smart, and they deliver with fewer flag compliance issues. That's where Solaris Tech comes in. Throughout this issue, we highlight not just trends, but exposures. From class interactions to flag state oversight, we are seeing gaps widen between compliant deliveries and painted-to-pass projects. Certain projects are being rushed, not readied, and while schedules are tight, detention risk on maiden voyages is real. This month's advisory section urges owners to embed compliance checks earlier in the construction cycle. Pre-commissioning reviews, statutory plan audits, and flag coordination should not wait for dock trials, because rework kills margins. And first impressions, especially with new fuels, are hard to recover from. You'll also find updates on coatings demand, Korean dry dock availability, and digital twin integration, particularly in LNG and offshore wind units. But perhaps the biggest theme, the rise of value-based delivery. It's no longer about getting the lowest capex. It's about getting the vessel delivered on time, on standard, and ready to sail into a carbon-constrained economy. That means smarter vendor selection, tighter project management, and strategic class society alignment. We close this edition with a reminder: the cheapest yard isn't always the best yard, and the flashiest ship isn't always the most compliant. In 2025, excellence is quiet, strategic, verified. About Solaris Tech is a compliance-driven, intelligence-led consultancy dedicated to helping ship owners, operators, charterers, and shipbuilders thrive in a rapidly evolving maritime landscape. Headquartered in the United States, with regional offices in Busan, Houston, and Miami, Solaris Tech offers advanced support services spanning port state control, regulatory training, shipyard oversight, and digital risk forecasting. Our proprietary platform, Nautilux, uses AI and blockchain to detect non-compliance risks before they become violations, reviewing certificates, inspecting pre-delivery documentation, and automating PSC deficiency alerts. With Nautilux, Solaris Tech gives both owners and yards a competitive edge, because real risk isn't visible on a ship's paint job. It's in the paperwork, the systems, and the training behind it. We're not here to sell fear. We're here to equip you with facts and walk with you through every phase of ship delivery, operation, and evolution. A printed copy of this issue is available now on Amazon, or download the digital version directly at www.solaristechsystems.com. Follow us on YouTube at our handle, Solaris Tech Hedge,